Good evening. Today, myself, Kartavya Sharma, and my team members are here to present our project based on computational cloud offloading. We'll try to present each and every detail related to our project during the course of this presentation. But first, we like to begin with the motives that bounded our interest over this topic. This particular work provides us with an effective solution to our day to day hassles related to our smartphone. The idea is to make them even smarter. So, why offloading? There are several factors that creates a compulsion for an upgradation, such as increased specification dependencies of application, exponentially increasing production cost as we tend to buy the products with more hardware specification, confronting to lack of hardware at different events, and a demanded compulsion to increase performance factors. The urge of this upgradation has been there in the blood of man ever since. And to discuss this, I like to call Ursh upon the stage.
Now I will be explaining the upgradation journey from a mere pager to what we are doing now, that is cloud computing. First, mobile computing started when were using PDA phones, which was followed by ultra mobile phones, which were basically a simple mobile phone that you can call or message through. Next slide, please. So after that, the software development and the hardware development forced us to made us use much more effective forms for mobile phones. That there comes our smartphones. In the smartphone industry, about 71.93% of the market is owned by Android, and we are using Android as a platform to demonstrate our experiment. Next slide, please. So, as the hardware has improved over the generations in the last few years, let's say um, the phone 4 or 5 years old would now be becoming obsolete. So people tend to buy newer phones, but this is way more expensive than just, let's say, using a cloud offloading facility, which maybe would cause a periodic time, but would make the smartphone run much faster. Now I will um, hand over the hand over the speech to Anurag.
Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you about call to offloading. Next slide. Yeah, so understanding offloading. Computation offloading is a task of sending computation-intensive application components to a remote server. These applications are partitioned at different granularity levels, and the components are sent to remote server for remote execution in order to extend and enhance the SMD capabilities. Implementing computational offloading would contribute in domains as higher specifications, better performance, less power usage, and cost reduction. Next slide. Cloud computing is the answer we have today to fulfill the gap that still exists between availability and requirement. It refers to an on-demand infrastructure that allows users to access computing resources anywhere anytime from anywhere. Cloud computing offers to user and business three main advantages: extensive scope of computation strength, cost efficient, simplified and efficient IT and maintenance facilities. Next slide. So here are some related works. Okay, so cloud computing. The idea of MCC revolves around the notion of not limiting the computational and storage specification of the device on the basis of installed hardware. It discusses the scope of such an infrastructure where both data storage and data processing happens outside of mobile device. Mobile computing applications move the computing power and data storage away from the mobile phones into a cloud, bringing applications and mobile computing to not just a smartphone user, but a much broader range of mobile subscribers. So here are some related works. So first one is Coin. Coin is an pioneering work in the field of computation offloading. Next slide. Second one is J Orchestra and Java Party. These are the early work on offloading standalone desktop Java applications. Manual intervention is the decision of the class to be offloaded is made in this model. Next slide. So here are some other works. First one is Clone Cloud and then MAUI. Third one is Cuckoo, then JDOP, Spectra, Puppeteer. This is how we assemble. Now I would like to call Mehul to continue the presentation.
Yeah, next slide, please. So this is our proposed framework. In this, we have an Android application, and in Android application, we have application logic, dependency injector, and connection component. So application logic transfers the code to dependency injector, and dependency injector injects the dependency of the code, and after fulfilling all the dependencies of the code, it transferred to the connection component. And connection component like makes the connection to the API, Java API, which is hosted on Heroku. So after processing that request in the APIs, it serves back the result to the connection component, and connection component serves the result to the application logic, and application logic further uses that result in that it required in the application. Next slide, please. So application partitioning. Our first step is to shred the concerned Android application on two parameters, offloadable component and non-offloadable components. We study through the application and determine if either the application need to be offloaded, and if it does, we retain the part of the code that handles the computation and required to be offloaded. Next slide. Application partitioning. According to the decision is taken to offload computation on a remote server, we distinguish two types of offloading frameworks, static framework and dynamic framework. And our design is based on static offloading framework. We deal with the part of the code that is compiled at every instance the application runs. Thus, this part of code is the actually retained part of code after application partitioning step is completed. Dependency injector. So this is our third component. Further, we need to focus on parameter that will be required to be sent along with the retained code for the successful compilation of the code. These parameters include essential inputs, header files, header file names, etc. All these parameters are to be served to compiler along with the static code. And the fourth component is connection component. Thus, being equipped with the partition computative part of the application and having all the dependencies loaded, we need to establish the connection with our API. This component helps us carry the code to API during the connection request. Also, if it receive response from API, it served it directly to the application logic, as I told you through the diagram. And third and fifth is application programming interface. Following the process, we call our Java compiler application programming interface from the Android application. API perform the role of intermediary to let our application interact with our compiler. Thus, the code which we retain from the application partitioning along with the essential parameters is served to our cloud compiler and compiled using this compiler. And now the result generated by our API is served back to our Android application logic. Yeah, next slide. Over to Vipul.
So now coming to the experiments. So motivation for timing analysis. So the timing analysis will provide the basis for rationale when to offload the computational task to the hosted server instead of running it natively on the CLI. The app that run on native environment will have its performance dependent on the computation time. That is the time it takes for the computation of the main task on the device where the app is running. This device may or may not have enough computation power to output the result in a timely manner. So when we decide to offload the code, then its performance depends on the pre-processing time. That is the time it takes for the offload of the resource heavy task to the host server. Next slide. Yeah. Now coming to the n-queen application. So the n-queen is the problem of placing n chess queens on the n by n chessboard so that no two queens attack each other. As we can see on the right side, this is a 4x4 chessboard and the solution is given in the image. So these queens are placed like no two queens attack each other. So the queen can be moved any number of unoccupied squares of chessboard in a straight line vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. The asymptotic analysis of this algorithm reveals the time complexity as big of n factorial. Next slide, please. So now coming to the factorial application, the factorial of a non-negative integer n is the product of all the positive integer less than or equal to n. So on the right side, factorial formula by product is given as n factorial is equals to product of k, where k starts from 1 and ends up to n. So the asymptotic analysis of the algorithm reveals the time complexity as big of n, and the recursive relation is given in the image. Such n factorial is equals to 1 if n equals to 0, and for n greater than 0, it's n minus 1 into factorial into n. Now I would like Mehul to continue the presentation.
Yeah. So Kartavya, can you stop the presentation so that I can present a demo? Thank you, Vipul. So for this experiment, we are using MI-A2, 4 GB RAM and 64 GB storage, and Heroku as a cloud server. So we start with the demo. So let me present the screen. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, Mehul.
Okay, so first we have an n-queen problem. So for that, we have built an app. This app is over the local, so it's not an offloaded app. So if we give the input, just like if we give random inputs, if like say 15, we can see like it gets solved very easily. And if we gradually increase the input size, so let's say 25, so it takes more time, but it's also quicker. So if we gradually increase more, so 28, we get the output, but taking little time. Okay, so if we increase more like 29, it's taking more time than the previous one. And if we like give the input to 30, we will like it's like it's not able to solve it due to lack of resources and computation power of this phone. So it will gradually crash later on, and it will take time as it's a computative process, as its complexity is of n factorial, so it will take time. So it's now crashed. You can see like it's taken too much time, but it's not able to compute, and it's got crashed. So here comes our I like offloaded Android app. So gradually it's if we give the input to 15, so it will solve but take more time than the like without offloaded app. And if we like increase the input, and its performance increases better as due to offloading latency, it's taking more time in low inputs. Yeah, so it's 29 now. That app is crashed on 30. So if we give the 30 as an input to this app, so it will be able to solve the request, but still it will take time. So now this computation is over the Heroku, which is our cloud server where our API is hosted. So we can see like we got the request from our app to this server. So like we can see like it's getting post/run. So it's post get /run. It's serving the request, and when it will be 200, okay, that means the request has been served and the response is sent back to our app. So it gets solved. We can see like that app got crashed on 30, but our app is able to solve the problem. So if we give the input more, it's able to solve that input also. So it will take time. So I'm not giving that for a while right now. So it's given in the experiment table, all the input and its time. And if we if we this extend to any other app, we can easily extend it. So I made two app. Another is factorial calculator. So if we give input 2000 without offloading, then it's able to solve. And if we gradually increase the input, let's say to 20,000, so it's able to solve but taken more time. And if we take 25,000 as an input, so and 25 and 28,000, then you can see it's taking more time, but it's able to solve. But if we offload this computation to cloud for 28,000, it will take less time than the previous one. Yeah, as we can see, it's four nanos, around 4 seconds only, that it was 6 seconds for that without offloading. So yeah, Vipul, that's all from my side, and this is the demo part.
Thank you, Mehul. That was an awesome demo from your side. Now I'd like to continue with the results of what we just saw. So this is the observation table for nQueen applications. As we can see on the varying input, we have a different time period to be taken to analyze the result in seconds. And this another section contains the time which is taken when the computational part is offloaded. As you can see, for initial inputs, the time taken by native is much less than what is taken in the offloading part. But after a certain level of inputs, that is here 29, we can clearly see that our native application is not able to process and give us the output, whereas we get that output in a bit of time in our offloading part. This is the graphical analysis showing the same. Next, we move forward to factorial application. And here also we see that initially the native part takes less time as compared to offloaded section. But when it comes to a high value of input, the native application takes much time than offloaded. And we do not restrain our offloading offloaded application at 28,000. We can still increase the input and we'll get the results in less time than what we'll get it in native application. This is the graphical analysis for factorial. On the basis of these results, we can easily conclude that the execution time for non-offloading scenario versus offloading scenario for the same application leads us to conclude that with offloading, we could significantly decrease the local execution time. In addition to that, we were also able to achieve results for such inputs where the application crashes when offloading is not executed, as we clearly see it for the n factorial app. This happens because as a result of application partitioning, most of the exhaustive computational part is delivered to the cloud to work, and the results obtained from the cloud are present to the user. Meanwhile, while doing this, a lot of energy can be saved, which indicates user can have more battery time as compared to local execution. Also, since the required hardware to achieve high-end specification is not actually implanted to the device, therefore, the device remains pocket-friendly. Thus, we accomplish triumphs over computational and power consumption limitations of the devices, meanwhile maintaining the cost factor with implementation of computational cloud offloading. With ever increasing data speed, with decreasing processing cost, confronting to lack of hardware, and a better user experience, we can easily say that computational cloud offloading is a viable option for future, which can be answered as the gap that is existing in the present technology and what we expect, as we discussed at the initiation of our presentation. These are the references of the papers that we took. So this is all from me and my team. I hope we were able to deliver most of the part of the project, that what was our notion, what did we want to achieve with with this project. And I hope that we were able to confirm that yes, this can be our answer to the present and future technology gap. Thank you.